Good morning, Pilates. Today is Friday, February 28th. I'm Chris Sternball.
And I'm Robin Hodgson.
And this is your Panther Broadcast.
This week's stories include a look at the dodgeball tournament that took place last week, siblings, and the bipolar weather that we've been having recently. The dodgeball tournament was a huge success last week. The tournament was a fundraiser for the varsity baseball team's trip to Myrtle Beach this spring.
The annual Pilates Dodgeball Baseball Team Tournament was held on Friday, February 21st in the gym. The tournament was a fundraiser for the baseball team and their trip to Myrtle Beach. This tournament has been going on for 3 years. Coach C has discovered this dodgeball tournament through the internet research of other schools. According to Coach C, kids had a lot of fun, but he still wants to evaluate everything, such as some of the refereeing decisions. The trip to Myrtle Beach gets money for new supplies and equipment. I'm here with Mike Porter and Derek Banks. Guys, what happened in the finals, and do you guys feel like you deserve to win?
Well, we were cheated. It was simply put, the parents saw, my mother saw. So, it really comes down to who's great and who's not. We were greater, and we just, we got cheated and flabbergasted.
Yeah, with time expiring, we definitely had more players than the other team, and there was a lot of people in the crowd that hated on us, and I just think that we deserve to win. But the refs didn't see that way, so, yeah.
Itete, you were close to winning 2 championships in one day. What would that have been like for you?
Like I said, I get buckets. Me winning the ship, premeditated. Me losing dodgeball tournament, cheat codes.
What did you think of the dispute going on in the championship game?
Championship game, recorded. Check the books, we should have won. Parents saw, everybody seen it. I don't gotta lie.
I'm here with Coach C. Coach C, how much fun was the dodgeball tournament?
The dodgeball tournament was very fun. I know that I like to say that all the kids had a bunch of fun playing in the tournament. You're not always going to make everybody happy by making some questionable calls, but that's part of the game. But I think it's safe to say that everyone had a blast playing, and it helped us raise some much-needed funds to help our trip to Myrtle Beach.
What made you come up with the idea about the dodgeball tournament?
Just for fundraising. If anyone's ever coached someday, you have to do the research. You have to look out on the internet and see what other schools are doing. I saw some school doing it. I can't remember what state it was in, but I stole the same idea, same fees and concessions and everything from what they did, and just worked on it. And every year you evaluate it and just try to build on it and make it better.
What do you think can be improved about it?
Well, I'm always looking for feedback, and especially from the students. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions to make it better, please let me know. I'm looking into maybe having 4 referees next year, or maybe even 2 games going on at the same time. Maybe one in the cafeteria and one in the gym to speed up the process a little bit. But we definitely need help with referees. I think you have to have 4 referees going on at the same time, making sure everyone has a good idea what's going on in the game. I think, if we keep on getting support, we're going to do it every year and just build on it and have some fun. But again, if anyone has any suggestions or feedback, it'd be much appreciated.
Thank you for your time, Coach C.
Thank you.
Here at the school, we have tons of siblings. And here with an inside look on those siblings is Janae Cephas.
Mr. David Tenney and Mr. Michael Tenney are 2 brothers who both happen to teach religion at Pilates. Mr. David Tenney has worked here for 12 years, while Mr. Michael Tenney has worked here for 8. Other than 1 year in college, this is the first time the brothers have been together in a school setting.
Hi, I'm Janae Cephas here with the Tennies. How did you both start working at Pilates?
I started working at Pilates because when I was finished with grad school, I put out an application to a bunch of schools, and Pilates was the first place that called me, and when I interviewed here, I really, really liked it and decided to stay.
I was forced to work here against my I was applying for jobs after my volunteer year in New York, and I applied to a bunch of schools, and Pilates was one of the schools I applied to, and both Ms. Votter and my brother were very convincing in asking me and trying to convince me to work here. So I accepted the job here, and that's how I got here.
What is your favorite part of working together?
I think it's just the fact that we get to, 2 things. We get to spend a lot more time together than we otherwise would, but also just like the intellectual collaboration. I think all growing up we've liked debating issues and discussing issues, and now we get to do it all the time on our favorite topic, which is Jesus.
Yeah, it's fun. we get to see each other every day, which doesn't always happen with your family when you get older. A lot of times when you get older, you go weeks or even months without seeing your family. So it's cool. We get to see each other every day. I get to see his kids when he drops them off in the morning. I get to take them over sometime. So it's just fun to have, just like when we were little, we got to play and do sports together and that sort of thing. Now we get to do grown-up stuff together. So it's neat. We still, sometimes we'll work out together down in the weight room and go for runs after school, that sort of thing. So it's fun.
Okay, thank you.
Robinson Okolo Sr. and Danny Okolo Sophomore are just two of the many brothers who attend Pilates.
Robinson and Danny Okolo, do you like going to the same school as each other?
It doesn't really make a difference because we don't see each other that much.
And does going to the same school make getting compared to each other more noticeable?
Yeah, it does, because we have the same last name and people think we look alike and we don't, so it's kind of bad.
Okay, thank you.
Gracie Danso Jr. has a brother who graduated last year. Her brother, Justin Danso, is in his freshman year at Towson University.
Gracie Danso. Gracie, what was it like going to school with your brother?
Well, it was really nice because when I see him in the hallway, he'd say hi. When I need lunch money, he'll be there and give me money or something.
How did you feel when he graduated?
I felt really upset because he wasn't there to give me rides home anymore, but I'm really happy that he moved on to better things.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Grunchick, science teacher at Pilates, has two younger brothers who attend Pilates, Peter Grunchick, senior, and Chris Grunchick, freshman.
The Grunchick siblings. How has your sister working here made you feel?
It's been good so far. Not really that many problems. It's nice to have family member around. Get a free ride once in a while. It's fine.
And how has you all going to school here affected your relationship at home?
Not much really, because sometimes he helps me with my math, and that's pretty much what we do. Most of the time we just ignore each other. We don't really do much with each other, so it doesn't make much of a difference.
Yeah, and I don't live with them, so I just see them mostly here at school or when they end up at my house afterwards until my mom picks them up. But yeah.
Okay, thank you.
These past couple of weeks, we've been experiencing some very weird weather. One day it's snowing, the next day it's very warm. We go to talk to some teachers and students to see what they think about it.
I'm here with science teacher Mr. Martin. So Mr. Martin, what has been the cause of this weird weather? Does global warming have anything to do with this?
Well, global warming seems to be a very misunderstood idea. That just the term global warming is not entirely accurate. It's actually climate change. And with climate change, you actually get more severe weather on either end of the seasons. So more severe winters, more severe summers. And I believe out in California, they're having record droughts. There's record ice melting in the poles, and we're having record winters as well.
All right, thank you. I'm here with sophomore Kevin Martinez. So Kevin, how do you feel about the weather changing so much?
I think it's weird because at first it's really cold, but then 2 weeks ago it was pretty hot. So yeah, it was crazy.
Which temperature do you like better?
I like it when it's warm outside.
Thank you, Kevin. All right, I'm here with freshman and sophomore Angie and Juliana. So how do you guys feel about the weather changing?
Well, I think it's kind of annoying because it changes constantly. Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, the weather doesn't excite me too much, but I'm kind of sick of it changing all the time, and I wish it would just stay warm. I had enough of winter.
Which temperature do you guys like better?
95 and higher.
70.
All right, thank you guys.
And now for your morning announcements.
The post-prom committee is selling butter braids once again. The student who sells the most will get 2 free prom and post-prom tickets. The class that sells the most will receive a free tag day. There's a $50 minimum order, so please see Ms. Lutz for a form.
On March 15th, the SJ will be hosting its first ever Mardi Gras kickback party. The dress is casual, and the cost will be $10, and the price may be reduced if we get enough students to show up. Please see Ms. Lutz if you have any questions.
Auditions for this year's Coffee House are on Thursday, March 13th. Please ask your English teacher for an audition form if you're interested. And please turn those forms in by Friday, March 7th to either Ms. Hemphill or Mr. Mike Tenney.
The Spanish Honor Society will meet on Tuesday, March 4th at 2:45 in room 225. All members are expected to attend.
Happy birthday today to Katie Lamerin and Mr. Michael Tenney.
And over the weekend to Jen Dong Zhang, Keith Hickman, Minnie Shao, and Sadie Welch. Happy birthday. This concludes your announcements. Have a great day, Pilates.